Developing now at 10, hundreds of thousands of federal workers in the DMV, they're being told to return to in-person work full time. President Trump signed that executive order Monday. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg live at L'Enfant Plaza in Southwest. And Daniel, there's some big pushback on this tonight from federal workers.
Chris, we are in an area with a lot of federal buildings, some that have been sitting empty for quite some time, including the Department of Transportation, the FAA. While many are in favor of this executive order, including Mayor Bowser here in D.C., a lot of people don't think that it's going to actually work, and they're also concerned about problems commuting with Metro here, too. With the stroke of a Sharpie, President Trump is hoping to fill empty office space all over D.C.
A requirement that federal workers return to full-time in-person work immediately.
Cheers from supporters Monday, but skepticism from others.
It's going to be too hard. ADA accommodations. Some agencies can't accommodate the number of staff, so I don't think it's going to happen.
On the one hand, I understand why they're doing it because there are all these empty buildings around here, and the merchants, restaurants and everything are losing their money.
But federal worker Markeela King says teleworking and remote work is a quality of life issue.
And I think they need to keep that in mind before they just sign that away. That's not fair. But I come into work every day. I telework if need to.
The reality is 54% of all federal workers aren't eligible for telework.
For the 46% or so that are eligible, for those who are on a telework program or eligible for it, they're an average more than 3 out of 5 days a week in the office.
Randy Irwin is national president of the National Federation of Federal Employees, the union representing 110,000 federal workers.
Telework is provisions of collective bargaining agreements, and executive orders do not override collective bargaining agreements. But only a little over half the people in the federal government are covered by a collective bargaining agreement.
He calls it political nonsense for a currently productive workforce, not to mention the problems it would cause for commuters.
I'm glad that I Metro, but on days that I have to drive in, that's going to suck. It already sucks, but it's going to super suck.
And so we will have to wait and see how this all plays out. Clearly, there is some pushback from people, and there is some wiggle room to give department heads of these departments and agencies the ability to allow some people to telework if needed. But again, we will see how it plays out. We're live in Southwest. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.